Today, stop addiction urges dead in their tracks. Welcome to Sacred Grit, a podcast equipping men to conquer addiction and overcome inner struggles through physical, mental, and spiritual disciplines so you can become a man of honor and integrity. I'm Jason.Lyle. Now let's get to work. Today you'll learn how to interrupt the nervous system before making a decision, create a 90-second window between urge and action, and use movement to release stress energy from the body. This episode is brought to you by Capital City Roofing, capitalcityroofing.net. What's up, my dude? Welcome back to the Sacred Grit podcast and Gritty Wednesday. Here we go. Let's put rubber on the road. So with porn addiction, your drug rides around inside your body. We talked about that on Sunday. And so today I'm going to give you, or on Sunday, I gave you a very specific breath work to do. And I told you could email me. I'll be glad to send you a audio recording of me leading that. That way you'll have it as a tool. If you will do that every single day, you start to familiarize your body and your brain with this idea of feeling a primal impulse to breathe and then attach that to a rational thought. I just took 30 breaths. And if you go back and listen to Sunday, episode 108, you'll know what I'm talking about, right? So today this becomes more about rubber in the road, right? So I'm at work, I'm driving down the road, I'm at home, my wife goes out to the store, the kids are asleep, and all of a sudden it's like, ooh, I have this urge, or, whatever the case may be. You're at home playing video games. I don't know when your urges hit, but you have one. So we want to interrupt the nervous system before we make a decision. So what we've done so far by having that daily breath work practice, we've created a bit of an ability to feel the pause, right? So we're taking those 30 deep breaths. We know what that trigger feels like, and we're able to go, oh, wait a minute. Now, that, oh, wait a minute is your moment of opportunity. And here's what I want you to do to interrupt the nervous system before you make a decision. I want you to take the deepest breath you can. I want you to hold it for a 5 count. Then I want you to take another sip of breath in. Hold it for another 5 seconds. Let it all out. What you just did when you do that is you hit a type of reset button on your nervous system. You have been doing the breath work, so your body and your brain are already in tune with knowing that the breath work connects your brain and your body, right? So when you take this big breath and then another sip, we know scientifically we hit a bit of a reset button on the nervous system. Now that you have that, you take out your phone, you take out your watch, you do whatever you need to do, and you start a 90-second timer. Now, if you have a porn addiction, your phone might not be the best idea. Maybe you need your watch, or maybe you just have a timer that you carry around in your pocket, a manual timer. Nothing wrong with that. You get a stopwatch down at the Walmart for about $5, okay? 90 seconds, and what you do is you say, I'm not going to make any changes for 90 seconds. I'm not doing anything for 90 seconds. And here's what we know for a fact. It takes between a minute and a half to sometimes longer for that urge to pass, okay? If you get to the end of 90 seconds and you have not lost that urge, it's still kind of hanging around in there, set your watch for 5 more minutes. Go for a walk, go do push-ups, go do 5 minutes of sun salutations, go do whatever you need to do of some physical form of movement so that you can release that stress energy, okay? Because here's the thing. Sexual energy is a creative energy, but it's also a very masculine energy, obviously, when it's in a man's body. To move that energy by any other way than orgasm means that you have to do something with that energy. A walk, push-up, sun salutations will all work perfect. And here's what starts to happen is you start to get rational thought around your use of porn or rational thought around masturbation. And here's the thing, dude. You might get to the end of that and go, no, I just need to have sex. maybe you could speak to your partner, or maybe you could, masturbate without the use of porn. That's a win, brother, if you're working with porn all the time. Because here's the thing, man, and I can't say this enough. We have to be very, very gentle with ourselves in this space, because you have created this porn addiction to soothe something inside of you. Many guys use it. I was adopted, right? So I was born with attachment issues. Some guys have their parents divorce early in life and they struggle with that attachment issue. Some of them have abusive parents. Some of them are abused when they're young. So there's all these manner of things that create an attachment disorder. And so they use pornography and masturbation as a way to feel attached, even if it is a false attachment. So please know that you have to be kind of gentle with yourself here. If you're constantly going, oh, I did it again, I'm such a piece of whatever, that's just what you resist persists. Okay. So be gentle with yourself, track your progress, make sure that you're being loving and gracious with yourself, and use this tool. The big breath, 5 seconds, take another sip, 5 seconds, let it all out. 90-second window to just not do anything but follow your breath. If it's still there, set another 5-minute timer and go for a walk, and you will start to find yourself in control of those impulses. All right. So today you learned how to interrupt the nervous system before making a decision, how to create a 90-second window between urge and action, and how to use movement to release stress energy from the body. My dude, thank you for listening. You can drop down in the show notes, click that calendar link, book a free consultation call. Would love to have you, would love to give you a hand in any way that I can to find your way through these things that are bothering you. All right. This episode is also brought to you by David Dodd at Edward Jones McDonough. David is one fine dude, and he can help you with all of your investment needs. The way you can find him is simply Google David Dodd, Edward Jones McDonough, and he will pop up, and tell him Jason sent you. All right, my dude. I hope you have a great week. I will see you on Sacred Sunday.